around the world. Here we go. I'm going to shake hands around the world, down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Going to shake hands around the world, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I ain't gonna study, I ain't gonna study more no more. Ain't gonna study more no more. Ain't gonna study more no more. I ain't gonna study more no more. Ain't gonna study more no more. Ain't gonna study more no more. Gonna build up my neighborhood. Let's try that. I'm gonna build up my neighborhood down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna build up my neighborhood down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I ain't gonna study, I ain't gonna study no more. I ain't gonna study more no more. I ain't gonna study more no more. I ain't gonna study more no more. Ain't gonna study more no more. Ain't gonna study more no more. Oh, we're getting warmed up. Sound good. Give yourselves a hand.
Thank you, Brett and Richard. We are so happy you're here at Mount Olive. I'm Pastor Glenn Munson, pastor of this church, and this is called Earth Sing. So we are going to sing about God's good gifts to us and our care of them tonight and of one another. We want to make sure you don't run out after this program because we've got ice cream. So, on with it.
Thanks. Yeah, welcome. So this is in case you probably just figured that out if you didn't expect it, this is a ball sing, a community sing. So we're, Richard and I, our job is not to perform for you, but to get these songs going and help you learn them, and then we'll all sing together. So maybe you can just take a moment and encourage the person next to you to sing out strong and well, and give them some support and encouragement.
We are so glad you are here tonight. This next song is an echo song, so guess what you get to do when you hear what I do? That's right, you can sing it right back to me. So for instance, it'll go like this. Teach us to discover the worth of each thing.
Teach us to discover the worth of each thing.
United with every creature.
United with every creature.
We thank you, lover of the universe.
We thank you, the lover of the universe.
Very nice. That's how it goes. Ready for verse 2? Hey. Fill us with a reverent awe and respect.
Fill us with a reverent awe and respect.
In wonder for every creature.
In wonder for every creature.
Yeah. We thank you, lover of the universe.
We thank you, lover of the universe.
Excellent. Now verse 3 gets a little complicated. I think you can handle it. Magnolia, gorilla, beluga, and dog.
Magnolia, gorilla, beluga, and dog.
We bless them all, every creature.
We bless them all, every creature.
Yeah. And we thank you, lover of the universe.
We thank you, lover of the universe.
Last verse. Bob, Eva, Loretta, Frederick, and Levon.
Bob, Eva, Frederick, and
Encourage that person next to you, like, nice job, that was really beautiful. That's so cool.
So we'll sing a variety of songs out of this book. We just did two that you didn't need to look at the book for. But Richard and I have put together a collection of songs that we call Singing Prayers for the Earth, songs about ecology and justice for our planet and our people. And so this, what you're holding in your hands is that little collection, that little booklet. So we'll sing out of this, and when you leave tonight, we ask you to give it back to us. But if you'd like to purchase one, there will be a table out there where you can do that. Some of these songs are obviously sort of faith-based, so many of us I know come from a religious or a spiritual tradition, and we want to welcome you here. And I know many people tonight maybe don't come from a spiritual tradition, we want to welcome you here too. We'll do a mix of songs that are some prayers and some hymn-like songs and some other songs too, so we'll include everybody and encourage us all to sing together. This next one is called Evening is Falling. It's in the books on page 10, I think. And we're losing our dark places in the world at a rapid rate with the way we're populating the planet. And I just wanted to write a song to kind of celebrate the coming of the night and all the wonderful things that happen in the dark. So it's sort of a morning has broken, if you know that tune. It's sort of morning has broken for the other side of the day. I'm going to get my penny whistle and then we'll sing this. I'll play it once, I'll sing verse 1. And then we'll go back and we'll all sing verse 1 together and sing right through it. So I'll give you a chance to kind of hear it a few times. First, you gotta get the whistle.
In Brett's special magic bag.
Evening is falling like the first evening. Deeper is calling like the first frost. Praise the dark singing, praise for the evening. Birds go winging all through the morn. Let's all sing. Evening is falling. Evening is falling like the first evening. Deeper is falling like the first dawn. Praise the dark singing, praise for the evening. Birds go winging all through the morn. Sweet resurrection from host is breaking like the first making of the first soul. Knowing in gladness under the leaf by broken completeness where she has gone. Gentle but glad heart, soul of the evening, born of the wine dark face of the deep. Hues of the tenth wind color the midnight, all is renewed in circles of sleep.
Nice job, Cal. How about page 29, please? I was at a Camp 29. This is called the Tree Song. Guess what it's about? Hey! I was at a camp in Seattle, Washington, at one of these wonderful camps that is just outside Seattle. And you wouldn't know it, but this place is surrounded by woods, there's a lake, and it's just, 10 minutes from the city. I was there to lead a middle school retreat, and I was so struck by the context, by being surrounded by these trees, some of them really old, some of them brand new and small, but the resilience of this place, these woods that had been there through lightning storms, through many, many snowstorms. There was a fire at some point, so some of the tree trunks were scarred. And I got to thinking, what a wonderful place for middle schoolers especially to be in the midst of, that they might remember that life has a long arc to it. Look at these trees. Look how resilient they are. Look how they're growing over time that we don't even notice. I love trees. Do you have a favorite tree? Just picture your favorite tree in your mind, a favorite kind of tree, if you have one. Now I'll invite you just to go up to it in your imagination and give it a hug. Tree hugger. Doggone tree hugger. Page 29, we'll go through this, so you know what it sounds like. And then please join us. These woods have trees, each tree has growth rings, each ring a story of its fight. These trees are strong, strong and resilient, each year a circle added to a beautiful life. Hard and easy, laughing, weeping, storm and sunshine, real life. Sometimes lovely, sometimes crazy. Nothing's wrong as we grow inside. Ready to try with me? These woods and trees, each tree has grown rings, each ring a story of its fire. Yeah, these trees are strong, strong and resilient. Each year a circle added to a beautiful life. Yeah, hard and easy, laughing, weeping, storm and sunshine, real life. Sometimes lovely, sometimes crazy. Nothing's wrong as we grow inside these woods and trees. Each tree has grown rings, each ring a story of its life. These trees are strong, strong and resilient. Each year a circle added to a beautiful life. Yeah. Hard and easy, laughing, weeping, storm and sunshine, real life. Sometimes lovely, sometimes crazy. Nothing's wrong as we grow inside. Such a happy sound, I love it. Hard and easy, ready? Hard and easy, laughing, weeping, storm and sunshine, real life. Sometimes lovely, sometimes crazy. Nothing's wrong as we grow inside these woods and trees. Hey, nice job, y'all. Thanks for singing.
We'll do another tree song. This one is not in your books. It'll be a little call and echo song. I live in South Minneapolis, although I grew up in Austin, Minnesota. I lived there, went to high school there. I go there often still because my mom is still living, and I'm going to visit her once a week. But otherwise, I live in South Minneapolis. And we had a major, speaking of trees lasting through environmental disasters, we had a big blowdown in 2013. Huge straight line winds came. I wonder if it came through Rochester too. And I lived there were all these big elms, mostly, and some oaks on the boulevards in South Minneapolis. Big 60, 70, 80-foot trees. And then in this one night on June, I
can't remember when, 27th or something, Minneapolis lost 3,000 giant trees on the boulevards. They just all tipped over. They tip over, and then the root ball would come up, and the sidewalk would be buckled, and they'd be landing on things. Anyways, it's a big disastrous blowdown. So I want to sing you this song about, it's called Timber on 23rd Avenue. My brother lives on 23rd, and they lost 3 big trees. You'll figure it out, it's pretty easy. So I sing a little bit, and you sing it back. It goes like this. It was just last June.
It was just last June.
What a storm we had.
What a storm we had.
First the rain was big.
First the rain was big.
And then the wind was bad.
Then the wind was bad.
And the last half was like this. And I saw oh so many trees blow down. It was timber on 23rd Avenue. So I saw oh so many trees. And I saw oh so many trees blow down. It was timber. It was timber on 23rd Avenue. That's it. When the oak went flat.
When the oak went flat.
When the tower tipped.
When the tower tipped.
Make the root ball rise.
Root ball rise.
Make the sidewalk flip.
Make the sidewalk
I saw oh so many trees blow down. It was timber on 23rd Avenue. Big karate chop.
Big karate chop.
When the elm went low.
When the elm went low.
The neighbor's roof got whacked. It took a fatal blow.
Took a fatal blow.
And I saw oh so many trees blow down. Oh, what a loss! It was timber on 23rd Avenue. All the lights went out.
All the lights went out.
For a 3-day lag.
For a 3-day lag.
When I drove to work,
When I drove to work.
I had to zig and zag.
Had to zig and zag.
And I saw oh so many trees blow down. Oh, what a loss! It was timber on 23rd Avenue. Hear the chainsaw whine.
Hear the chainsaw line.
Hear the chipper bray.
Hear the timber break.
80 feet of shade
80 feet of shade.
soon hauled away.
Soon hauled away.
And I saw oh so many trees blow down. Oh, what a loss! It was timber on 23rd Avenue. I saw oh so many, and I saw oh so many trees blow down. Oh, it was timber on 23rd Avenue.
It was really fun to sing with you tonight. I grew up in Rochester, and some of you know anytime you can point out your parents at a thing and sort of embarrass them a little, it's good to do that. So I want to introduce my mom, Eva, over there. Hi, Mom. Woo-hoo. Give a hand to my mom. Rochester is a really great place to grow up. And we sort of grew up out in the country a little ways. So pretty close to town, but there were farms all around us. And it was a pretty quiet upbringing, which suited me just fine. So I had a tree house that I would get up there and just sort of hang out. And
Was that your favorite tree?
I don't know if it's my favorite tree. It was a big one, though. It was an important tree, definitely. There was a tree, I think my favorite tree around where I grew up was, there's a small pine tree that was sort of in the side area of our house. And I remember when I was little, I decided I was going to jump over that tree and keep trying to jump over that like month after month and just see and try to notice when it would grow, when it would
This
grow.
reminds me of a joke. Is this a joke?
No, that's what happened. That's what happened. No, and then there came a time when I couldn't quite clear it, and that was the end of that experiment. Maybe there's a joke to be found. I'm not sure what it is exactly. I'm a huge fan of St. Francis of Assisi. There's this wonderful prayer that's translated sometimes like this: Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Have you heard that prayer before? So this is a version of that goes, God, make me a channel of your peace. Make me a sort of a channel, a tributary of your great river. This is a song on page 19, if you'd like to sing along. And this features Brett on the harmonica. I'll sing through the first couple lines so you know how it goes, and then please feel free to join. God, make me a channel of your peace flowing from your river. God, make me a channel of your peace flowing from your river. Try that with me. God, make me a channel of your peace flowing from your river. Yes. God, make me a channel of your peace flowing from your river. Where there is hate, we plant love. Where there is hurt, forgiveness. Where there is doubt, we plant faith. And where despair, hopefulness. God, make me a channel. God, make me a channel of your peace flowing from your river. God, make me a channel of your peace flowing from your river. Where there is hate, together. Where there is hate, we plant love. Where there is hurt, forgiveness. Where there is doubt, we plant faith. And where despair, hopefulness. God, make us a channel. God, make us a channel of your peace flowing from your river. God, make us a channel of your peace flowing from your river. God, make us a channel. God, make us a channel of your peace flowing from your river. God, make us a channel of your peace flowing from your river. Good. I want to invite you to put down your books for a second. Sometimes it is fun to embody a song with your hands. And I'm just wondering, if you had this song to embody with your hands, what would your body want to do with God, make me a channel of your peace? Just sort of see somebody doing this sort of thing, or maybe this sort of thing. Yeah, just try something. God, make me a channel of your peace. Yeah, something like this, something like this. I like that. Flowing from your river is the next phrase. What does that look like on you? Flowing from your river. Oh, I like the flowing. Yeah. And then it goes back to God, make me a channel of your peace. Flowing from your river. Yeah. Let's sing, God, make us a channel of your peace. Here we go. God, make us a channel of your peace flowing from your river. God, make us a channel of your peace flowing from your river. One more time, God, make us. God, make us a channel of your peace flowing from your river. God, make us a channel of your peace flowing from your river. Lovely. Nice job.
Let's sing this song called Bring Healing. It's on page 4, Bring Healing. We've had a few of these songs and hymns after another Francis, Pope Francis, did a prayer for the earth when he wrote a big encyclical about 3 or 4 years ago about the environment and about our call as humans to protect the environment and to work for its healing. And one of the little lines where it was about bring healing to our lives that we protect the earth. So set that into a hymn here. So the refrain one time, you can listen to it. And we'll all sing the refrain, and then I'll sing verse 1. And then the second verse and the third will be together. Bring healing to our lives, we pray. Bring healing to our lives, we pray. That we protect this earth. Let's try that together. Bring healing to our lives, we pray. Bring healing to our lives, we pray. That we protect this earth. Soften those who only look for gain derived by damaging the planet and the poor. May we see beyond the bottom line in these fair meadows, in these fair woodlands. Bring healing to our lives, we pray. Bring healing to our lives, we pray. That we protect this earth. May we live like we are not alone, knowing how our choices ripple far outside our lives. Other creatures also have a home in these green pastures, by these still waters. Bring healing to our lives, we pray. Bring healing to our lives, we pray. That we protect this earth. Wake us from the living silence spell. Turn us from disrupting all the rhythms that restore. May we stand in awe and be renewed in silent nights, in holy nights. Bring healing to our lives, we pray. Bring healing to our lives, we pray. That we protect this earth.
Page 20. Page 20, please. It's called Help Us to Stand With. This is another one inspired by Pope Francis. Neither Brett nor I are Catholic, so it's sort of a surprise to us that we are such fans of this Pope.
He's doing good work on really speaking out for the environment, I think, which is really important for all of us.
Yeah. So a lot of these prayers, like this one leans into a message that comes through in the Psalms and also in the New Testament. Don't forget those who are most vulnerable. Before we sing this, I wonder if you would take a deep breath with me. Kind of clear a space in your mind for a moment. As you go about your daily work and play, your daily life, who are the people that seem the most vulnerable right now in our society? Maybe there's individuals that you see every day, or maybe it's your imagination fed by the news. Who are even groups of people that because of legislation are really vulnerable right now, or because of their circumstances, or because of their own fault? Who's the most vulnerable? This song invites us to, as we read in this first line, help us to stand with our abandoned and forgotten brothers and sisters. It goes like this. Help us to stand with our abandoned and forgotten brothers and sisters. Listen one more time. Help us to stand with our abandoned and forgotten brothers and sisters. Tell it. Help us to stand with our abandoned and forgotten brothers and sisters. Help us to stand with our abandoned and forgotten brothers and sisters. Good. I got the first verse. Fill us with grace, oh, to claim one another. Fill us with grace to mend what is torn. Help us to stand. Help us to stand with our abandoned and forgotten brothers and sisters. Help us to stand with our abandoned and forgotten brothers and sisters. Let's do verse 2 together. Fill us with peace, oh, to live as a family. Fill us with peace to mend what is torn. Help us to stand with our abandoned and forgotten brothers and sisters. Help us to stand with our abandoned and forgotten brothers and sisters. Fill us with strength, oh, to struggle for justice. Fill us with strength to mend what is torn. Help us to stand with our abandoned and forgotten brothers and sisters. Help us to stand with our abandoned and forgotten brothers and sisters. Oh, you sound good. Let's break it in half here. Y'all on this side, you sing with me. And y'all over there, sing with Brett. Help us to stand with our abandoned and forgotten brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters and forgotten. Brothers and sisters and sisters. Brothers and sisters and forgotten. Help us to stand with our sisters and forgotten. Brothers and sisters. Nice job.
Let's shift gears a little bit and we'll, have we done a polka yet tonight? Let's do a little polka. This one is called The Wonders of the Universe. It's on page 23, I do believe. You get a sense for the crowd. Trying to decide between hip hop and polka.
You go either way.
Yeah, hip hop, polka, 50-50. We want the polka. So this is a song that's it's sort of a short little song we're going to sing a bunch of times, and it's sort of an excuse to set up a chance for a reader. In this case, our illustrious Richard.
Thank you. Thank you.
He did try to rope in some other readers, and everybody politely shyly declined. So what we're trying to do is sing this song and appreciate this incredibly wonderful, majestic universe of Earth that we live in. So we'll sing this song, and then in between we'll sprinkle it with some really great gee whiz facts, little true tidbits about the Earth and the universe and the planets and stuff. And those facts are going to be offered by our friend Richard. After we get the chorus, so it goes like this. Wine us, dine us, delight us with the sense of awe, delight us with the sense of awe, as we take time to notice the wonders of the universe. Wine us, dine us, delight us with the sense of awe, delight us with the sense of awe, as we take time to notice the wonders of the universe. Let's try it. Here we go. Wine. Wine us, dine us, delight us with the sense of awe, delight us with the sense of awe, as we take time to notice the wonders of the universe. Wine us, dine us, delight us with the sense of awe, delight us with the sense of awe, as we take time to notice the wonders of the universe.
Did you know octopuses have 3 hearts? Butterflies can taste with their feet. A group of parrots is known as a pandemonium. Polar bears have black skin, and mice sing to their children.
Wine us, dine us, delight us with the sense of awe, delight us with the sense of awe, as we take time to notice the wonders of the universe. Wine us, dine us, delight us with the sense of awe, delight us with the sense of awe, as we take time to notice the wonders of the universe.
The sun makes up more than 99% of the mass of the solar system. Almost every element in your body was made in an exploding star. Each of a tarsiers' eyeballs is as big as its brain. Bacteria communicate with each other, and dung beetles use the Milky Way to navigate.
Everybody here we go. Wine us, dine us, delight us with the sense of awe. What are those harmonies? Delight us with the sense of awe, as we take time to notice the wonders of the universe. Wine us, dine us, delight us with the sense of awe, delight us with the sense of awe, as we take time to notice the wonders of the universe.
Oh wait, there's more.
That's right. Beaked whales can hold their breath for over 2 hours. The universe might be a hologram. If you cry in space, the tears just stick to your face. Scientists have discovered a planet where it rains glass sideways. The world's oceans contain 20 million tons of gold. If you multiply the number 111,111,111 by itself, you get the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can use a blue whale's wax earplug to work out its life history, and fewer than half the cells in your body are human. That means you're not even you.
Everybody here we go. Wine us, dine us, delight us with the sense of awe, delight us with the sense of awe, as we take time to notice the wonders of the universe. Wine us, dine us, delight us with the sense of awe, delight us with the sense of awe, as we take time to notice the wonders of the universe.
So if you want any more, you gotta dig up the facts yourself. Shave your haircut.
And now for something completely different, I guess you do the next thing. Yeah, well, we're back to that because page 11, please. Page 11 is an example of a little song that might function in a worship service as a prayer. And so we're going to sort of demonstrate the way we can use these songs. We've been workshopping this new music. Brett and I met together, I don't know, a couple of years ago now, was it?
Yeah.
What it was? We didn't even know each other that well at that point. We just knew of each other, and I knew Brett to be one of the most prolific songwriters on the planet. And so when we connected, I was dying to just hang out with him to see what would happen to me. And it's been really wonderful. And what you hold in your hands is like our first round of songs. We asked ourselves, what should we write together? What kinds of songs do people need to be singing that maybe we don't have yet? What we decided was we need to be singing about our planet. We need to be singing about what people sometimes call climate change, the meteorological kind of climate, but also the political climate, the climate of just what is happening in our world right now. So some of those came out as joyful, fun, playful things like the last time we did, and some of them are pretty earnest, pretty serious prayers as we reflect on the state of our planet and our place in it. This one is called Pour Out Upon Us. I'd like to teach you this short little song, and then there'll be some petitions, some spoken words in between those musical parts. Pour out upon us the power of slowing down, that we would be renewed by the simple passing of time. Pour out upon us, pour out upon us, the power of your love. Pour out upon us, pour out upon us, the power of your love. Oh, that's nice. Pour out upon us the power of paying attention, that we might allow moments of awe in small things. Pour out upon us, pour out upon us, the power of your love. Pour out upon us, pour out upon us, the power of your love. One more. Pour out upon us the power of humility, that we would give up being in charge of our planet. Pour out upon us, pour out upon us, the power of your love. Pour out upon us, pour out upon us, the power of your love. Give me that one more time, real soft. Pour out upon us, pour out upon us, the power of your love.
We'll sing this song on page 24 called The Steward's Hymn. a certain urgency to it and our need to take care of the planet. And it's maybe a little more of a rouser than a hymn, I'm not sure. You know what a rouser, like a kind of a fight song or Music Man kind of groove to it a little bit. Let me sing the chorus once in a while, I'll sing it together, and I'll sing verse 1, you can listen and jump on the horse when you get it. It goes like this. May we all be stewards of the earth, may we tend our place among the whole, till plain old ditches enjoy the same regard as high majestic peaks. You need a big bunch of breath there at the end. May we all be stewards, let's try it. May we all be stewards of the earth, may we tend our place among the whole, till plain old ditches enjoy the same regard as high majestic peaks. First one sounds like this. The sky, the atmosphere above us, the deep, the aquifer below, the very pillars of existence stand in peril. May we all be stewards of the earth, may we tend our place among the whole, till plain old ditches enjoy the same regard as high majestic peaks. Verse 2, let's all sing. The great is that we hold in common, too often now our body and soul, and though there is no applicant reverse extinction, and may we all be stewards of the earth, may we tend our place among the whole, till plain old ditches enjoy the same regard as high majestic peaks. The seas with parachutes are ready, jam-packed into the tiny car. They fly like summer breezes when the hot cracks open. May we all be stewards of the earth, may we tend our place among the whole, till plain old ditches enjoy the same regard as high majestic peaks. So lovely. Oh, welcome of a thousand sparrows, oh, host of many flavored quarks. We'll fly to every door, and now your party's waiting. Last chance for time. May we all be stewards of the earth, may we tend our place among the whole, till plain old ditches enjoy the same regard as high majestic peaks. Till plain old ditches enjoy the same regard as high majestic peaks. Give yourself a hand. I don't think we need to do this explanation song.
I sort of, I kind of think we do, yeah.
So sometimes when we've done this song in the past, that verse 4 kind of trips people up. Because what is really a quark? Quarks come in 6 flavors, but do you know what a quark is the question.
Subatomic particle.
Excellent. I've developed a little song to help you remember that. You know, we could probably use this guy here as a prop.
I know that guy. Don's all about it. Don gets in trouble everywhere he goes. One way or another.
So we're going to do a little lesson here. Whoops, we got to get my props. So talk quietly once.
You didn't know tonight would be so educational. Get out your notebooks, there'll be a quiz at the end. And, no, not really. But we do have some visual aids.
Somebody took sink down my throat. Okay, here we go. Ready? You got a prop that we have to tie up. Is that good? One more time. Otherwise, it makes me 6 volunteers.
You could go that way. So. All right. Well, while Brett does that, I want to tell you more about this little project we have. I'm curious if you have any feedback for us. Everywhere we have been singing this and singing sings like this. Is that a noun? It could just be, we're doing a sing right now. This is a singing. I don't know. We'll see if that catches on. Like 100 years ago in Minnesota, isn't that right? Like 100 something? Up in Minneapolis especially, Brett's done research about this. The lineage of group singing. It is a rare and sort of magical thing to get together and just sing with your neighbors. There are some places where we sing together as communities. The church would be one. What are some others? Campfire. Campfire, good.
Ballpark.
Ballpark, absolutely.
That's right.
Choir.
In choir, that's right. Birthday party,
Bars.
every once in a while. Sometimes in bars. Karaoke can sometimes be a sing-along sort of venture. So I'm curious, have you noticed any value to particular things to sing from what you've sung so far? What's been interesting to you so far about what we've sung together? Or what's been useful?
Richard, we're ready. So we give you a chance.
I'm kind of busy right now. What's that? Some of them are very happy. Yeah. And joy is a good thing to dwell on when it comes, isn't it?
Being able to remember what we just did.
Being able to remember what you just did? Oh, yeah. Yeah, hopefully the songs are easy to pick up and easy to sing together. Reflection. Yeah. Yeah, we live in a pretty fast-paced world. Sometimes it takes a song to just slow us down and to listen carefully to the voices around us and to our own voice even. I think singing can do that, at least for some of us. What else?
Peace.
I like the flow, the rhythm of the chorus of the Stewart's hymn. It was fun to sing.
Yeah, isn't that great? It just has this up and down.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like you need, like from the Music Man, like what do you call it, like big hat. Just carry a baton and go through the street. Yeah.
It's something we do together and experience together.
Yeah. It's a together thing. And it's a pretty basic thing to say, but something we have in common is our planet and all the species that we live among and interwoven with. Yeah. Anything else for now?
It brings joy.
It brings joy. Wonderful. That is a good thing to share. All right, Brett.
We ready? Class, are you ready? Okay. Here we go. I'll start this one, and Richard, you got to do that.
Yeah, I'm on that there for you.
Okay, so we're gonna get to the question of what is a quark. So we're gonna start with our bodies. The question is, what makes up our body? Okay, so you're gonna sing a little song here, and by the end you'll have it because it's got a zillion verses. So I go. What? You ask, what makes up my body? And then you say, what? We ask, what makes up my body? So I go, what? You ask, what makes up my body? And you say, what? We ask, what makes up my body? And I think about it and I go, cells. And then you all pretend like you knew that all along and you go, right, that explains that. Okay, so I go, cells, and you go, right, well that explains that. And then we all together go, cells make up my body. And oh, it's a wonder at all how we all came to be. Cells make up my body, and oh, it's a wonder at all how we all came to be. So let's try to put out the time. What? You ask, what makes up my body? What? We ask, what makes up my body? And I think I go, cells. Right. Well, that explains that. Cells make up my body. No, it's a wonder at all you ask, what makes up a cell?
We ask, what makes up the cells?
Molecules. Right. Well, that explains that. Molecules make up a cell, and cells make up a body. And oh, it's a wonder at all how we all came to be. See where this is going now, right? What, you ask, what makes up a molecule?
We ask, what makes up a molecule?
Atoms. Right. Well, that explains that. Atoms make up a molecule. Molecules make up a cell. And cells make up a body. And oh, it's a wonder at all how we all came to be. Now, what, you ask, what makes up an atom?
We ask, what makes up the atoms?
Well, it's actually protons, electrons, and neutrons, but for the sake of this song, we're going to say protons! Right! Well, that's that. Protons make up an atom, atoms make up a molecule, molecules make up a cell, and cells make up a body. And oh, it's a wonder at all how we all came to be. Lower, lower. What, you ask? What makes up a proton?
We ask, what makes up a proton?
Quarks! Right! Well, that explains that. Quarks make up a proton. Protons make up an atom. Atoms make up a molecule. Molecules make up a cell. And cells make up a body. Oh, it's a wonder at all how we all came to be. Now, what, you ask, what makes up a quark?
We ask, what makes up the quark?
Who knows? Right. Well, that explains that. Who knows what makes up a quark? Quarks make up a proton. Protons make up an atom. Atoms make up a molecule. Molecules make up a cell. And cells make up a body. Oh, it's a wonder at all how we all came to There we go.
Teach us what it means to pray in all this world of sorrow. Teach us what it means to pray and to do our part for good. More than duty, more than words can say. Teach us what it means to pray. Teach us what it means to live with a whole heart on this planet. Teach us what it means to live even only for this breath. What is ours to take and what to give? Teach us what it means to live. Teach us what it means to try to share another's pain. One part suffers, all creation cries. Teach us what it means to try. Teach us what it means to live. Teach us what it means to pray. Anybody know this song? Let's hear it. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. Little darling, I see the ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear, but you know, here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright.
We've taken some of these songs and put them together in a little prayer service in solidarity with immigrants, and sort of sent that out by email, and some folks in Seattle picked it up and used it about 3 weeks ago, stringing together several of these little songs with some prayers. They did an interfaith service where they had some Christian folks, some Jewish folks, some Muslim folks got together and did a prayer service. And one of the songs they used was this one called Let Not the Needy Be Forgotten. And it's on page 7. If you want to get a copy of that prayer service, we have it on our website, and I can show you how to get that. Just some readings and some songs. Let me sing the refrain one time, and we'll all sing it together. Let not the needy be forgotten, and let not the hope of the poor be stripped away. Let's try that. Let not the needy be forgotten, and let not the hope of the poor be stripped away. The victims of war, the refugees pouring in, the kidnapped and trafficked girls, the families torn apart. Let not the needy be forgotten, and let not the hope of the poor be stripped away.
guys are great. They're just so wonderful. I've known both of these guys for quite a while. And then they both showed up here all of a sudden one day and said, Glenn, can we sit in your music room and make music? I said, for a fee. So anyway, we've been having some collaboration with this, so it's great.
I'd say most of these songs were probably born in the
Music room. Most of these were birthed in the music room. So there you go. All right. Well, we want to say thank you to our sponsors tonight. We do have some help tonight from Thrive Financial and, of course, from Mount Olive for sponsoring the event tonight. So we want to say thank you to them. And we are going to take fuel offering, and we are going to support the Quarry Hill Nature Center tonight. So we invite you guys for that. That's, of course, the Nature Center here in Rochester. And so we will do that at this time. So if you have a checkbook, you can make the check to Mount Olive, and then we will, of course, forward that gift.
Meanwhile, let's do a song from 1949. Pete Seeger, Lee Hayes. I think I first learned this song from Peter, Paul, and Mary record, and then I learned the Weaver's version. I think that's how it came up for me. That's what I'm doing. Maybe so. If you know it, please sing it. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer it home. I'd hammer it easy all over this land. I'd hammer out danger. I'd hammer out warning. I'd hammer out love between brothers and sisters all over this land. Yes. A bell. If I had a bell, I'd ring it more. I'd ring it easy all over this land. I'd ring out danger. I'd ring out warning. I'd ring out love between brothers and sisters all over this land. If I had a song, if I had a song, I'd sing it more. I'd sing it easy all over this land. I'd sing out danger. I'd sing out warning. I'd sing out love between brothers and sisters all over this land. Well, I've got a hammer, and I've got a bell. I've got a song. I've got a song to sing all over this land. It's the hammer of justice. It's the bell of freedom. It's the song of love between brothers and sisters all over this land. It's the hammer of justice. It's the hammer of justice. It's the bell of freedom. It's the song of love between brothers and sisters all over this land.
So thanks again. We're going to sing one more before we do. We just want to say thanks so much for showing up and singing. And thank the person next to you, because it's really about all of our voices together. So thank them for their great singing. That person right next to you.
If you're interested, we have resources available for this. We have piano scores, we've got choir arrangements, and those are at a table in the room where we'll have ice cream. Yeah. Oh, and also recordings, and all this is downloadable too. And if you have any questions, we'd love to talk with you.
Yep, so we'd like to collect these books and we'll use them again. And then if you want to purchase one, you can go out there and do it.
Yeah, we just have people leave them at the place.
Yeah, if they want to.
Yeah, you can just leave them at the table on your way out. But to close, let's do the very last song, page 31, or the penultimate song, I guess. It's called For Justice, Love, and Peace. Penultimate? It's a fancy word. It means second to the last, really. increase your word power. It's very, very educational, I think.
Penultimate quirk. There.
Wow. It goes like this. For justice, love, and peace, give us courage in our struggle track. For justice, love, and peace, give us courage in our struggle track. For justice, love, and peace, give us courage in our justice. For justice, love, and peace, give us courage in our struggle. Now receive these words here. People of earth, go with your body energized for justice, your mind refreshed for change, your spirit open to a new life. People of earth, take courage. We've got two groups here again, okay? How about you all sing with me? And Brett, how about you take these lovely people?
I'd love to.
We'll start over here, ready? For justice, love, and peace, give us courage in our struggles. Give us courage, love, 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 in our struggles. Give us justice, love, and our struggles. Give us courage in our struggle now. Everybody sing now. Now. Thanks again, everybody.
Well, have a good one.
You too. Safe trip.
I was kept kind of working there for a minute. I was like, what? Are they blowing up? They still work.
Oh,